Hello, this is Jamie Magridge. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I'm going to show you how I made this card. Okay, let's get started. Bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat. I'm using Wreath Builder die. Forever Fern. Using these two stamps here, and I'm using Arranger Wreath. I'm going to be using this stamp here. Okay, let me just bring in this box of stuff, all the little bits and bobs. I've got some basic rhinestones, excuse me. I'm going to be using Magenta Madness and Soft Seafoam and Memento. Okay, I've got a bunch of little bits cut out from this wreath left over from a previous card. And it's cut out using this wreath right here, and then I just cut it apart. So I've got those little bits. Come on, cooperate with me. So let's put those up there. I have a scrap of Whisper White. I've got two of them for some reason. I have a piece of soft seafoam. This is 4 by 5 1/4. I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of Pear Pizzazz, which is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And out of the center of this one, I've die cut this wreath right out of the center of it. You're not going to see that hole in there anyway. And that's going to be this layer here. And then I have a piece of the Magenta Madness, and since I only have 3 pieces of it, I didn't want to waste the center, so I die cut out a rectangle to save for a future project. And this is 4 1/4. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay. I'm going to be using this little flower. I'm going to be using Best Wishes. These 2 little leaves. I've got baby dimensionals here. And let's get moving here. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the scratch piece, and I'm going to stamp that little flower 3 times with the Magenta Madness. This is such a vibrant color, it's almost fluorescent. Oops, that one I smeared, so let's do another one. Alright, done with that ink. Now there's dies that match that, or there's a die that matches it. It's right here. What you're going to do, there's one petal that's a little bit flatter. You're going to find that petal on your die, and you're going to line it up and then run it through your die cutting machine. For the sake of time, I've already done that. I've got my little flowers already cut out. Okay, there should be 3 of them. I gotta find the other one. Alright. Let's put these aside. Now I'm gonna bring in the soft seafoam piece. Again, this is 4 by 5 1/4. I'll turn this way, it just makes it easier. I'm going to take these little branches and I'm going to stamp the whole background with soft seafoam ink. Just give myself a nice background. You could use just one of them. I just randomly stamp the background. No rhyme or reason to it. Just try to fill it in. So, and I use both of them because some of them go a little different, or they're curved opposite directions. I just kind of liked the variation. Get down towards the end here, it doesn't really matter, we're just trying to fill it in. This other one for that one because it'll fill that in better. And then there's a couple little spots I might come back and just tuck a little tip of a feather end in. Alright, that looks pretty good. Okay, so now we can stamp the sentiment. We're going to stamp it basically right in the middle of the card. What I did is I kind of took this die here, and that's going to go in the middle of the card, but up just a tiny hair. So I kind of set that in there, so I know where it's going to go. And I took my sentiment stamp, best wishes, and I stamped it right in the middle. There we go, perfect. Okay. Now with this, I glued down part of it, and then the other part I popped up with dimensionals. So lay it on there so that you can see all of the sentiment. And then on this side over here, I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to pop a mini dimensional on the back of a few of these leaves. Oh, it's fighting me. There we go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and attach that side, those dimensionals. Let me put one more there. It's bendable to an extent, so my hair is probably in the video. As I'm leaning over the table. Alright, now I'm going to bring in my multi-purpose glue. And on the back of these other ones, I'm going to go ahead and add some dots of the multi-purpose glue. You don't need to hit every one, but just okay, and then go ahead and lay that down. So one side's going to be flat and the other side's going to have a little dimension. Now our little pieces that we've cut. We're going to lay a few of those out. be like this. Want it a little bit full. So this one's too big, so I'm going to bring in my snips. I'm going to snip it here. It's better. Okay, and I'm going to come in with my multi-purpose glue and add a little bit of glue on the back. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my flowers. There's two of them. I don't know where my third one went. I've got one here, but the corner's cut out of it, but that's alright. We'll go ahead and use it. We're going to add dimensionals on the back, and since I've got the mini ones here, I'll go ahead and use those. Take that one with the... They were placed too close together, so it cut a little wedge out. So when you're stamping them, make sure you stamp them a little bit farther apart. Okay, this one will go here. Place this one here. This one here. Okay, then I'm going to come in with my rhinestones. Place one of those in the center of each one of these flowers. Alright, then I made a little bow with a crinkled seam binding. And I think the easiest way to attach that is with a glue dot. Let's take the glue dot, kind of roll it on itself. Attach it to the back of my ribbon, and attach that ribbon. Okay, now let's attach our layers. And bring them back in. Okay, so we're going to attach this to the Para Pizzazz layer. It's just 1/8 of an inch larger, so I'm not putting glue around the whole thing because there isn't, there's that big hole in the center, and I don't want to be dealing with sticky glue all over. So I'm going to line that up, 3 sides, set it down. Awesome. I'm going to bring in the Magenta Madness layer. Again, I'm just putting the glue along the edge because the whole center of that's cut out, so there's no need to have glue there. And it's just 1/8 of an inch larger, so again, line up. Whoops, come on, don't stay. I slid too far. There we go. Line up 3 sides, set it down. It's usually pretty good. I might have to scooch it just a hair. There we go. Now we're going to bring in our card base. And this is going to be the whole front of the card. Well, this time you can put glue on the whole back. Make sure it's opening the right way. Go. There's our card. It's a card we just made together. And here's the one we did previously. Well, Well, thank you for joining me at Jamie's Craft Table. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you can find a little bit of time to play with some stamps, ink, and paper.